is Purge, and we're bringing you guys a game from Star Series. It's going to be M5 versus Navi, the much-awaited match. I'm here with Bulba. Bulba, how you doing?
Doing well.
Cool. Things are going to get started off here. This was a delayed match from last week. I think it was supposed to be on maybe Saturday or Friday or something. I remember sitting there for about an hour and a half waiting for it to be played, but it got super delayed, or they had a match conflict or something like that with the Premier League. But going to see a Broodmother ban as well as a Lycan. So how do you feel about these teams recently? What do you think the chances are for M5 to take the win off Navi here?
I think this is one of the teams that some games they play really, really well, and other games they just totally flop online. And same in lands too, so they can make a surprise right now, but they just are total aggression. And heroes like Night Stalker, I think, are going to be early pick, at least first three for both teams. And I mean, I love the new player Admiration is a really good invoker too. I'm not really new, but like new to the team because he's kind of a pretty old, like one of the old popular players back then supposedly. But yeah, invoker, these kind of heroes, Night Stalker. I know Vegas loves playing Windrunner.
I haven't seen him be super successful to hero. I remember I watched one game where he ended up feeding, actually, and another game where he did well. So I think I've only caught him playing Windrunner twice. Most of the time he's always on Night Stalker or something like that, and maybe a Queen of Pain or something like that is also a possibility.
Well, I think they oftentimes he just tries to do like the movie moments. Like I don't know, he's like that kind of player. Just he wants to totally dive everything and get the kills and just total clutch play. And sometimes he looks like a total pro, and then sometimes he just looks like a clown. Harsh way to put it, but yeah, it's funny because I love that kind of playstyle of his because it's just so he's just so aggressive and he just doesn't care and he's gonna do whatever.
Cool. So we see a Chen Band and Chant Band as well. M5 a little bit worried about Navi's jungling potential. They still could see something like an Enigma there, but most of the jungling heroes are gone now. And we still have Invoker in the pool, Nature's Prophet still in the pool. We could see... nope, Nature's Prophet is out, so perhaps a first pick Invoker coming out of Moscow 5. Any other ideas what we could see?
I think it's obvious Invoker for them, like I said. I mean, I think the Admiration fits his playstyle well because he's just a really good farmer and I've seen his Invoker, like, he uses it really well. He goes for the Fire Invoker.
Okay.
And they pick, yeah, so they pick the aggressive tri-lane with him often. Where they just, like, tri-lane the top lane, and then he solos the bottom or the mid lane, and he just, like, stands Sunstrikes.
Sunstrikes all day. Yeah, if you can land the Sunstrikes, it's totally worth it, because it really does increase his EXP by a lot. It's pretty amazing. You can get to such a high level so quickly. And Navi goes for the Leshrac, not too surprisingly, with his Shadow Demon as well.
Yep. The Shadow Demon Invoker combo is actually really good because if you time your Sunstrike as soon as he pops out of Disruption, it's like basically a free stun. And,
a free stun?
oh, like the Disruption, the Shadow Demon Disruption, not
Yeah.
like a stun, but like just sets it up, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. It's similar to having, yeah, a stun setup. With Soulcatcher on top of that as well, does a lot of damage, so very
But
dangerous heroes, though.
right now they have that Shadow Demon Leshrac combo on Navi, which is like one of the most annoying combos. I know Mouse loves using that. I remember the team that started using it the most was DTS, the old DTS, where they just do Shadow Demon Leshrac mid and disrupt Leshrac stun, and it just totally stomps. And I think if they do send Invoker mid, he's gonna have a rough time. So they should probably send him bottom. You don't want to send Invoker mid versus that lane. I think one of the only heroes that can actually solo versus it like well is Totem, I guess, or even Enigma's actually good versus that because you just keep denying a wave. You might die, but you're gonna be at the tower at least.
That's a really good point. That would be a good way to shut down the dueling. And I've seen a lot of teams actually start to use that a lot. Leshrac obviously has been much more popular because of his tower pushing abilities, so they've just been combining with like Sand Kings or Shadow Demons. And some players do better than others when they're up against that dueling. I think Synderen the other day played against a really nasty dueling, and he actually didn't even die for like 40 minutes. He played really...
I think he played Pugna, right?
Yeah, yeah, that Pugna game. He
played
really well.
passive, so
Yeah.
you have to play passive versus that lane.
Exactly.
That's the annoying thing.
That's the tough part, going from like playing a normal game to playing passive and not dying. Because if you mess it up and you die a couple times, you just get so far behind. So it's very tough. It's so important to not die in those really scary lanes like that. And especially, so for example, if it happened in M5's favor, if that Shadow Demon Leshrac lane never produces anything, those were their first two picks. So it's very, very important that those two heroes are able to leverage their strengths and get lots of kills early on.
Yeah, and Sand King is another good. Okay, predicted picks by M5. I know PGG loves playing the Enigma because it's just aggressive jungling hero that he can farm with and gank with and go mech on and things like that. And obviously the Night Stalker, like one of like Vegas's signature heroes right now, and they love timing the aggressive ganks with the Night Stalker and the Invoker. And the thing is, the Sanking pick was really good there by Navi because Sanking's kind of the aggressive hero, and the stun with the Leshrac stun and the Shadow Demon, they're gonna have a lot of disables for that Sanking if he doesn't get a BKB fast. Like if he goes Vanguard phase and if he doesn't have a fast BKB by say 35, he's just gonna get totally disabled and CC'd out.
Yeah, long stuns are great against him, really. And wow, surprisingly seen a Lina ban. Have you seen M5 playing this year? I mean, the only time I've been seeing Lina is with like an SK or something. They've been doing. I think it's Infused does a little bit of Lina play now. It still seems pretty hit or miss though, since she's so squishy.
I think the hero is actually really strong because they buffed the Dragon Slave. The range
That's
on
right.
that and is so big right now. And he has his double nukes, which are really strong for the support hero early on. Like the other hero that has that at Crystal Maiden, but
Hmm.
hers doesn't do as much damage. And Lena has so much good burst damage with the, and it does kind of fit in Five's playstyle. But I haven't really seen them run it. I mean, I've seen Blood Angel played occasionally, and Silent plays a decent Lena, but I think I don't know if they would have picked it in this situation.
Fiery Soul is also very good. It almost makes me think I should maybe grab an earlier level before 9 or something, or before 10. Maybe like put off your Light Strike by one level or something, because it just
Yeah, yeah.
reduces the damage. Because I mean, you cast those two spells all the time, right? And if you cast those both at level 1 Fiery Soul, you get 60% attack speed as well as like 6% movement. The movement's pretty negligible, but that much attack speed is really huge. Could
You can get
actually
like
output more
three
damage.
hits off or something.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of like
That's
one and a half with a terrible animation, that attack speed helps so much, making our animation suck less.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. Maybe I should try doing that. I like just going battle Lena. It's actually fun to play in pubs.
Haven't done it in a long time, but yeah. Yeah, you can just leave Light Strike at 1 if you really wanted to, I guess. But
Yeah.
probably worth getting some more levels for the damage at least. So, wow, Navi actually confusing me with both of their second round bans, both a Lina and a Bat Rider. I haven't seen Bat Rider play. I know he's played a little bit in Southeast Asia, and his Flame Bright can definitely be good, but I haven't seen him played yet in a while.
Silent actually played like one of the best bat riders I've seen versus Complexity the other day.
Really.
Like he was I think had like 30 minutes. He has Shivas, BKB, Blink, bots, and like one other item. Like he was
Cool.
insanely farmed. He was just totally dominating the game. The hero was actually really good on the safe lane. If you put Bat Raider on whatever you're on your safe lane, he crushes heroes like Windrunner and Beastmaster and all these heroes. They can't do anything.
That's
I
really
think in
good point.
Dota 2 though, mid lane he's not that as good. That's the only downside of him.
What do you think the difference is? Just because of aggro reasons or napalm nerfs or what?
I think the Napalm cast range is smaller, obviously, and you can't really. I don't know. It just feels like I can't solo kill people in Dota 2 like I could in Dota 1 mid. It's easier to kill, and he needs a space in Dota 2. I think like the space to move around, and
Hmm.
I think overall he's just a better safe lane hero. He doesn't really need mid. He actually doesn't have that good rune control or anything. So.
Yeah, that is true. It's kind of similar to Weaver in some ways. You really need ground to leverage your movement speed or your movement advantage there, so you can actually chase them, stack napalms off, make their safety area far away from where they're standing normally, stuff like that to get the advantage. So the last two picks were a Beastmaster as well as a Lone Druid, and we can go over the picks quick. So I'll cover the rating team for M5. We have Admir playing the Invoker. I am Legenda playing the Beastmaster. SS on Venomancer. PGG playing Enigma, and that's gonna be Vegas on the Night Stalker.
Yeah, I'm pretty expected, and I'll do Navi.
Good.
Dendi's on Windrunner as usual. Xbox on Havost is on Sand King. Puppy's on Leshrac as support Leshrac. So they aren't really dueling mid with the Leshrac Shadow Demon. Arzart's on Shadow Demon and Light of Heaven's on the Solar Bear.
I've seen Light of Heaven play an excellent Silver. I don't know if I casted that game with you or not, but there was the time he sold the long
Yeah,
lane,
it
I
was
think,
versus CLG. I think I cast it.
and he
with
still got like ridiculous farm.
you.
It was pretty amazing. So we'll see if he can do that again here. So they're going for pretty much a pushing strategy, but they still definitely have some late game possibilities with the Leshrac or maybe even Windrunner doing some kind of a semi-carry. They're looking for an initiation, disruption leading the way with the Shadow Demon. Great positioning there as they're looking for kills. And we'll see if Vegas actually scouts them out. Doesn't look like he is going to spot them, so Night Stalker actually has pretty terrible day vision, so part of the reason of that.
They're gonna send Dendi mid versus that Invoker. I mean, yeah, versus Invoker because Windrunner is one of the few heroes that can someone do well versus mid. I think right now it's Queen of Pain and Winter are the best versus Invoker mid because they have good spam, they have good harass, and they can get away from ganks and stuff.
Was the horn that just sounded, was that the old horn? I don't know if you noticed or not. I don't know if the horn cycles because there's a new horn in pub games, correct? That I've noticed. It's like a deeper horn, and that sounded like the old one. I don't know if they just haven't updated the broadcast or what.
I think it's the old one. I know the new one was like more prominent.
Huh.
About it.
I'll have to look into that. Okay, so bot lane is going to be a Night Stalker Venomancer that's up against a aggressive tri-lane and SK Leshrac Shadow Demon that is super dangerous. One Observer Ward going down to prevent the pull, and they have a jungling PGG, of course, who has a haste rune to start off with. Mid lane is Invoker versus the Windrunner, and the top lane is a Beastmaster versus a Lone Druid, which is pretty good for a Lone Druid, actually, because the bear can obviously do a lot of harass.
The Scylla Bear easily wins this lane. Beastmaster is not going to be able to do anything. I think right now the lanes for Na'Vi are looking way better. The only upside to this is they're going to have a free farming Enigma. But this Vigos is not going to get any farm.
Yeah, I don't even know if free farming is the best way to describe it, because at some point they're going to put two of these support heroes and throw them in the jungle.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, at least for now, he's going to farm more than Puppy or Smile, and he's going to get basically solo experience, which is good.
Totally true. And there's Sentry Wards. Wow, look at that. Sentry Wards brought. They're going to find the Observer Ward. I don't know if they spotted that out or what, but the place that is. But they are going to kill the Observer Wards, and now it's even scary for the Raiden team. We're going to see a Gale land on Sand King, actually. He's going to be fine, though. Disruption lands on Venomancer. Venomancer in trouble. There's the first stun. Follow-up stun from Sand King. It's going to Burrow Strike through. Almost catches the Night Stalker as well. And Sand King might actually end up dying to Vigos here, who is going to pick up the kill at least. So trade some kills, but that's first blood, and now we might see Shadow Demon be in trouble, though. Enigma is out of mana here. He's about 10 mana away. There's the Sunstrike. It is going to land. Does just a little bit of damage, though, and Puppy is going to be absolutely fine as Sand King comes back in, looking for another disruption, but they're not going to catch anybody.
Big cocky play there, but yeah, he's going to be... That was actually, trade wasn't that bad for M5, even though they didn't get first blood. Vigos got solo kill experience for that Sand King, because Venomancer died, and he's all the way up to 3, and they had a tri-lane, so the experience that Na'Vi got wasn't as much as the experience that M5 got. The only problem is obviously they didn't get the first blood, but he's gonna get pretty high level now because he's already level 4 soon.
And Leshrac is ganking the mid lane. He's got that invisibility up, gonna stand slightly outside of tower range. We'll probably be jumping in soon here, looking for opportunities. Is Dendy gonna be able to? He doesn't have Shackle Shot yet, so this is gonna be a tough stun. And Invoker actually has a little bit of stats to his name. He didn't go for that Fast Blades of Attack build, which means he's more survivable in the early game here. But how much time we have left? About 15 seconds left on the invisibility. We'll be looking for that stun. There's going to be one power shot as Dendy brings himself a bottle, and he's just going to back off, so Puppy is not going to be able to do anything here.
Wow, the CS differential mid is actually really big. Dendy's up to 13 and 7, and Admiration's only 6 and 4, so Dendy is doing really well mid. That's the thing about Invoker, though, versus Windrunner. The early levels, Invoker is not going to be able to out CS Windrunner, because even though he went Extort, his base damage and animation is not as good, and Windrunner has the power shot for spam.
Yeah, power shot's very good for guaranteeing last hits. Look at that, perfect example. Gets one last hit and does 130 damage to the Invoker. So making your mana go a little bit farther is very good. As we see disruption on the mid lane, it's going to be on top of the Night Stalker follow-up stun any second here. Actually, they have a little bit of cooldown as Vigos is going to juke into the jungle. Here comes the Sunstrike. It's going to be split on 2 heroes, though, and Puppy's still alive here, taking a little bit of damage from the Venomancer. Looking for more stun. Stun's going to land, and Leshrac gets another kill. So for this tri-lane working very, very well for Na'Vi, and this is not something that I see very often now that I think about it. It's a aggressive tri-lane on a Na'Vi. They almost never do this.
Yeah, they always do the normal safe lane jungle, etc., the off lane Light of Heaven, but they've been switching it up a lot these past few days. I've seen them run different scenarios, and I think they just realized they can't be so predictable every game with their lanes, which they were before. I mean, teams are adapting and getting better. And Admiration's actually in a rough spot right now, because he's half HP, and
he just picked up Quas levels. That's part of the problem here. He tried to go for early exhorts, so he picked up 2 levels of exhorts that he could have a good Sunstrike. Shackle is going to latch. Power Shot almost gets the kill. 14 HP. That's the difference of 1 Ironwood branch, guys, and he would have died right there.
Yeah. So, I think Na'Vi, at this point, you can say Na'Vi is winning mid quite heavily. This is one of the really big... Oh, yeah, Dundy's going to do some
Dundy
crazy
wants it. Does he have vision, though? He did spot him a little bit, but there's the Power Shot. Edmure actually does dodge it. Taking a guess where Dendy was at, does not get killed, so surprised he didn't switch to Quas there. He definitely could have done a little bit with that, but Dendy's going to find a boots up. He's going to do a little bit of bottle crowing, looks like. Yep, going to go send that one back. and continue to dominate that mid lane. So 1-3 currently. Let's look at the gold graph as well. It's a 1,500 gold advantage already in Navi's favor, which is very, very significant, especially considering there's only been 2 extra kills for them. That's way more gold than they should have just based on kills alone.
Yeah. I think that's partly because they're going to win every lane right now. That's the problem. Because Light of Heaven's up to 27 CS, 7 denies, and Beastmaster's getting levels, but he's going to get outfarmed and out-harassed, because that's basically 2 heroes that hunt Syllabear, if you think about it. And bottom lane, Vigas has barely any CS at this point. It's a problem.
What is he at? 5 last hits. So despite getting the second kill in the game, he only has a magic wand right now, which is probably the best way for him to survive. He's going to take chain nukes, so having the wand up to have a heal up after the fact is probably the best way for him to not die. He's going to hit level 5 here, and PGG now level 5 as well. 3 levels of demonic conversion. He's got a soul ring up. He's looking for wards, but look at Navi right now. They're all smoked up, so they're going to come from the back as Puppy's running in first with boots. He's got 2 levels of edict, 1 level of stun. So they are getting a little under leveled in this tri lane, but they still have huge kill potential here.
Yeah, and looks like it just turned night. So the thing is, he doesn't even have his boots yet, and it's night. That's pretty unfortunate for Vigas.
He's close at least, but a wand plus boots is definitely a lot lower than you normally expect a Night Sucker to have on items this early in the game, so it's going to be tough. He does have 200 in the night at least, so that'll make up for it a slight amount, but no fear can be a problem up against some of these heroes.
I don't know about the no fear. I think 100 in night actually doesn't scale that well if you think about it, and I think at least 1 level in fear is always good.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to say. Extra movement speed, extra attack speed, which is really going to be more useful. I don't know, I really like huge movement speed myself sometimes. He's going to come straight for the Lone Druid. Actually, he's running away. There's the Roar. He's got phase boots up, so that's going to get him away a ways, but he does use Void the Axes as well, and a good fast kill there. Great TP from M5, and that gets him a level 6 as well, so it's going to extend the nighttime by a decent amount.
Yeah, that was a really good play by Vigas. He just farmed the gold for the TP there and the boots, so as soon as he did that, he went there, and Light of Heaven didn't expect that. And that roar range was really long, actually.
Yeah.
He shot it from like mid lane all the way to the trees.
Yeah, it was pretty far for sure. Invoker now level 6 on the mid lane, up to 20 and 10. Dendi is at 32 and 15, going for phase boots next. He's got 1 blades of attack as M5 is trying to defend this tower push, but Venomancer only has level 1 wards, and surprisingly, Puppy just saving his edict. We're going to see 1 Burrow Strike disruption a little bit early as we see the stun from Puppy doing really good damage to SS here, and he is going to get picked off probably. Pops his wand, but does end up going down. Leshrac with the last hit, and now pulling the creep wave past a little bit. He's got good heals up for now, but they will be able to pressure this tower soon. But I'm very surprised they haven't been putting in a whole lot of effort into the edict damage. It's all been about kills. This Light Heaven getting yanked again on the top lane. Sunstrike is not going to get the last hit, but there's no way he'll survive here. And that's going to be 2 deaths for him now. Despite having 39 last hits and 10 denies, he's getting killed twice quickly on the top lane. Not good for him.
And it looks like Dendi's dead mid. I mean, Admiration's dead mid.
Nice.
Really good combo there.
That was an excellent soul catcher. Tough to land it. There were creeps right next to him, but barely got the AoE off.
Right now, the only positive is that Vigas, even though he's not farm, he helped get 2 kills on the Lone Druid top, and now Beastmaster is doing pretty well, and they can maybe push this tower early. I think PGG is probably gonna try and go and push that top tower. Looks like he actually pinged mid.
Yeah, he's got a DD, so it could do good damage, but if we look at the Dire team, do they have vision? No, they actually did not, but Windrunner's just going to happen to back off. His mana is low. He's got a bottle. There's the phase boots as well, so he's going to swing back to base for some reason, just to heal back up most likely, and completely dodges a gank unintentionally.
Right now, the point is, Navi they're looking good as the fact that everyone on their team is somewhat out farming M5. M5 have some kills, but like you said, PGG actually isn't farming as well as he's not going to have that mech anytime soon.
Oh, again, coming on Light Heaven again. He is going to resummon. He uses Speed Boost. Man, Speed Boost and Bear is so fast as we see Dendi show up looking for Shackle. Shackle doesn't land. Power Shot will do some good damage, though, and they might be able to chase him down here with these Phase Boots. 1 more last hit for the kill, and they do grab it. And another Mana Void goes on Lone Druid. Shadow Demon killing Enigma on the bot lane in the meantime as Sand King gets very low. There's the Sunstrike, but he ends up surviving with about 90 HP.
Yep. Invoker doesn't have much farm also.
I went for Bracer first, try to get his survivability up. This Dendi is going to walk right past here. Was that a counter ward? I don't know what that was. Something got killed over here.
Yep.
So let's check the gold graph quick. Still 1,500 gold advantage for the Dire team. Definitely very significant. Last hits alone. Actually, one sec. We're going to see another TP coming top. It's going to be Beastmaster actually showing up back top. Light of Heaven at... how much GPM is he working with? 292 actually lost quite a bit with those 2 ganks.
Yeah, that hurt him a lot. I think if they just let him alone, he would have been really farmed. Good ganks there by Vigos. And that's the thing about Lone Druid, Light of Heaven doesn't get his ulti, which I disagree with. I think at least at level 8 or even level 6, getting his ulti is so much, like, so good, because you get so much HP from that. He would have been able to survive those ganks if he had his ulti. At least the second one.
Yeah. Just sit under the tower, tank it up, even auto attack a little bit, or even use the battle cry. It's like 2 armor and 20 damage or something like that. It can actually help a little bit. So,
Yep.
Couple pings bottom. Venomancer still has no boots, just a magic wand. Vigos is around, ready to initiate level 7 with an urn, so his kill potential is much, much higher. But Vostir, level 6, does have his arcane boots up, so you can definitely spam mana, and he's looking for an ulti possibility. If any of these heroes get disrupted, we're going to see an epicenter land on them, pretty much guaranteed.
Yep. Now, right now, the unique thing is both teams haven't really pushed to tier 1 yet. I thought Navi would have tried to push bottom, but M5 actually had a good defense, and PG's going around top, but yeah, they backed off.
Yeah, Lone Druid actually transformed there, got a little scared, as they actually have 3 heroes in position. Night Stalker's coming in as well, so they will have Roars. The Greater Hawk is up. They're actually going to pull the creep wave worst possible time, and that's the worst feeling ever when you run right into a creep wave like that, as Windrunner Illusion is going to try to pick off the Greater Hawk here. A little bit of axes to stop the creep wave, so Sentry goes down, so they're looking for the initiation as Puppy's got a level 3 Edict, which is definitely going to do huge damage here. But we're just waiting for the initiation.
Yeah, it looks like Vigos is back here, so, and I think Navi saw that. Actually, they don't have a ward there, so they don't know. But it's like, it's basically suicide trying to dive against a Leshrac with Edict at the tower.
Yeah, no kidding.
They can't tank that.
Sand King kills a Venomancer on the bot lane. Probably going to be a Burrow Strike Epicenters. They're going to jump on PG. Ultis used from Smile. A little bit of right click. Easy kill on top of him. Staff of Wizardry coming to Dendi, I assume. And even the Beastmaster getting out of there. So they're going to back off and continue to push. The good support by Navi there, making sure that their heroes are not out of position. Yeah, this is Boar trying to get a kill. Go, Boar. Go. Nope. Not going to happen.
Yeah, nice use of Epi there, bottom by Xbox.
Wow, gonna actually see a meteor. And it did something.
Yeah, good meteor there by Admiration.
That's a very hard skill to use effectively. And this early in the game, you never see a Chaos Meteor. Yeah. Seriously.
Unless you... I actually think, because of the Sunstrike pure damage, actually better to use Sunstrike in most cases than a meteor for damage. This is more damage overall.
Yeah, Cold Snap Meteor is actually really effective because it does damage over time, so it procs the Cold Feet pretty much every chance that it gets. But it's always hard to set up. Maybe if somebody throws a stun first. Yeah, exactly. Just to start things off right. Danny's going to take a little bit of damage, and Vigos is going to back up. Up to 785 gold right now. Game's still 4-9. It's still in Navi's advantage, but it's not getting out of hand. At least the numbers have not shifted.
Yeah. The thing is, Invoker, they left... Dendi's just left mid, so he has farm now, and PGG is dead.
Yeah, there's the ulti as well, and a little bit more right click. I mean, he's going to black hole this actually, but he's going to be so close. Yeah, the Demonic Purge gets the last hit. So his black hole was not enough to keep him alive. A little bit of a revenge black hole, but not enough there. Good ganking once again. His Puppy's going to try to take the bot room. It's going to be spawning in about 15 seconds or so. And Venomancer spotting this on the high ground. One ward goes down. I'm going to see, oh, that's actually going to be a Sentry. And he's going to feel good about this Observer, but it's actually dead already, so.
Yep. And looks like Light of Heaven. I don't know what he might rush for the Vlads, but I think safe reasons he might just go for the Radiance because they need that late game DPS, which M5 actually lack. I mean, you don't have that late game right click DPS except maybe the Invoker, but they have good early game push with the Beastmaster and Enigma summons and good nukes. And first tower, 14 minutes, surprising for both teams. They usually take towers earlier.
Especially with the Leshrac, that's very weird, very weird. And they were going super aggressive. I mean, they were always looking for kills more than they were trying to take towers early, which kind of gives them a possibility, I guess, to still have more opportunities for kills. Because then, I mean, if they took the tower really, really fast, the wave would push towards the tier 2, and then it's much harder to get those ganks off. If M5 feels safe on the tier 1 tower, or at least feels like that's where they should be standing near, that gives them more opportunities to get behind them and things like that.
Yeah, the thing about that, the argument is, yeah, you can what Navi does in this game is they're just going to push later. They know they're eventually going to get the towers regardless, and Vigas is not dead.
Wow. Great chain stunning there. That was a burst strike stun from Leshrac, and good follow-up. So no Blink Dagger for Sanking, but he's going to burst strike into Admir. A little bit of a mistake. There's the follow-up stun comes through, doing some really good damage, but looks like there can be... Oh, there's the Demonic Purge. There's the Sun Strike as well, and that's going to kill him for sure. Great coordination there by Navi. And as well, Smile from the logo, and another Burrow Strike coming. Next up for Beastmaster, and the chain nukes here. Mistake after mistake from Moscow 5. Maybe even Venomancer might go down to the Edict damage. We'll see. Puppy still has a wand charge. He's going to pop the wand. There's the disruption.
Wow.
I think that's going to be it for SS. 1 hit, 2 hit. He goes down. Puppy is going to survive with 2. Oh, nope, he's dead, I think.
That's amazing teamwork.
Oh
there.
my god, 2 HP. Gale is not good enough. That was such good teamwork. You're totally right.
Yeah. Really good coordinated fight, and look at them. They're pinging where he is. I think Admiration's gonna go for the Sunstrike. Ah, missed.
Nope. Oh, that was a good juke idea, though, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, but he thought too much.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, they're all going to back off. Windrunner is going to take the mid tower, which was trying to be defended by Vigos, but Vigos unable to do so. No Force Staff quite yet. Might be flying out now. And yes, it is. So, very, very fast Force Staff up on Dendy. Is anybody making a mech, is the question. Usually we see that up on Windrunner, but not going to be the case this game.
Look at Admiration's items. He went for the Midas.
Wow. Well,
16-minute Midas.
EXP. I mean, it's gonna level him up faster. Attack speed is actually really good if you want Exhort because it leverages that bonus damage you have, which is pretty cool.
You have to
I
go
guess.
for the argument of whether a Force Staff would have been more useful or a Midas, because they're gonna be constantly applying pressure right now, and he's gonna have a Midas instead of a Force Staff. And Midas, Force Staff's actually really good versus. They can Force Staff people out of Shackle, Stun, Silver Root. There's more possibilities.
Yeah,
but
totally
like
true.
you said, getting an experience, which Invulgar does need.
Yeah, totally. Try to get up that double Forge Spear. Try to get all of your spells up very, very quickly. Helps out a little bit more. As Leshrac does kill Enigma. Enigma took the top tower, but then the gank came around. Light Heaven now. Relic is up 17 minutes here with Phase Boost, Ring of Regen, and that Relic, and the Bear just with Stout Shield. But they're about 1,000 away, and then they're going to have their Radiance up, and probably going to see incredible amounts of pushing coming out of the Dire team.
Yeah. It's somewhat good farm. I think Light of Heaven, if he didn't get ganked early, he would have had that a lot faster, considering his CS is 100 already.
Yeah, it's really amazing. It looks like Smile's actually going to be the one that goes for the mech. Once again, guys, this is ours art, so if you're confused about that. But Tier 2 tower on the top, taking tons of Edict damage here. Leshrac level 9. He's going for the Stun Edict stat build. So it looks like he is going to skip Lightning. He will pick up his ulti pretty soon here. So we see another ulti on Beastmaster. Beastmaster is going to roar on Dendy, but he hits Shackle at the same time. And here comes the bonus damage. Demonic Purge triggering. And there's the Focus Fire as Dendy picks up the easy kill. Actually, Shadow Demon getting the last hit. Up to a killing spree on a support here as Vigos wants to get this kill at least. There's the Silence and going to see the stun, but Dendy's going to be able to throw. There's the Meteor coming through. Silence as well, and a couple of right clicks. He's getting very low HP. Pops the wand, which might keep him alive as he disrupts right before his death. Forge Spear despawning, but will be a couple right clicks from Admir, and he is going to die, I think. Yes, finally goes down. Couple Forge Spirits up as well. More stun. And another follow-up. Admir's in a lot of trouble. He's actually very survivable, but the Shackle lands on top of the Forge Spirits, who are doing a little bit of damage. But the Sandstorm picks him off. Cold Snap almost killing Dendy here, but he Force Snaps back. And Veno ulti as well. Looks like Veno might die. Yes, stun as well. Man, Navi is just taking them apart this game. This is amazing.
Yeah. Like I said, the problem with Night Stalker versus all these chain stuns is without a BKBs, it's not going to be doing anything. Navi's just coordinating the stun so well. They have Sand King stun, Leshrac stun, Shackle, and then Disrupt on the Shadow Demon. They're just doing it all so well. And M5 just can't do anything to respond.
And he's going to have his Radiance up in just a second. He's got the money for the recipe. He's going to have to send it out, though. Hobos level 12 in the mid lane with the Blink Dagger, so if this push comes forward, they have to absolutely worry about getting killed. There's a Medallion from Beastmaster. He's looking for that Roar, but a little bit outside of range. Might do it right now. There's the Burst Strike. He's going to go silent, though. Do they have any sentries or anything? Nope, he's just going to do a little bit of axe damage. But
yeah, PGG is doing quite bad this game. I think 0-5-0 with no items. He just has a Soul Ring boots, and he doesn't even have his mech yet, so...
He did take the top tower at least, but that's not making up for 5 deaths. So, overall, just really good play out of Navi. But I mean, he tried to gank early levels against the triple stunner trialing, or 3 disable trialing.
Yeah,
it's such a hard lane to gank on.
what he should have done is he should just went top and jungle, then push that early. I think good play by him was he sees bottom lane. It's obviously just gonna they can't do anything versus that. So I think a better, smarter plan for him was he's an Enigma. It's just a Syllabear top with a Beastmaster. I think with Enigma and Beast you can actually solo kill Syllabear usually early levels with the stun and axes and Eidolons attacking. Looks like yeah, Silence having a rough game too.
Yeah, he's gonna get killed on the mid lane. That was a blink stun. Hovo's going for an epicenter. I'm sorry, a Veil of Discord. He's got that Helm of Iron Will up right now. And they are sitting really well on all of their items. They're even going to kill the Greater Hawk there. Just random Greater Hawk kill as they're going to take out the Roshan. Probably Aegis going on Light of Heaven most likely. And he's going to pick it up, so there's the timer.
Yep. And the deaths on Silent is actually worse than PGG 0-7.
Wow.
It's a rough game.
Yeah, very rough game. And he's an excellent player, but just hasn't been going his way this game. Dying a lot.
The curious thing about M5 is oftentimes he plays a carry role and then sometimes he switches to the support role. Like it's kind of inconsistent in that.
Yeah,
I remember Silent used to play he played carry in Starlight. He played Death Prophet, SF, these kind of heroes. He played a really good bat, like I said, but now he's playing Venomancer, kind of the other end of the spectrum.
And Vegas is going to TP back to base. They were coming towards the top lane to gank as Admir's pressuring him mid a little bit. He's got his Hand of Midas ready to go again. Level 12 currently, and it's going to put him pretty close to 13. So let's check his EXP per minute right now. It's probably very high. 405 actually. So the only person that's higher is Lone Druid and Sand King. So we do see the disruption. He's going to be in a lot of trouble now. Soul Catcher looking for the Demonic Purge. He does go invisible at least. Do they have vision? I don't see anything. They might be looking for the AoE, but they don't actually catch him. He's trying to latch a free shackle shot to figure out where he was, but he's going to make it out there.
Yep.
So slow.
It's hard. It's going to be hard to say what exactly M5 can do at this point. I mean, the game is what 10k gold lead. The experience is as big. They have no farm really. The highest tier item is a Midas.
That EXP difference is crazy. Hey, Enigma has a Ghost Scepter. Okay, that's pretty good. It's actually not a bad item.
Yeah.
Bear can't entangle you through it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but they have so much stuns and magic. It's not going to do anything.
Yeah. Don't use it when the epicenter comes through with the veil on top of it. That's like a one shot. Pretty much. Bot tower being a little pressured by SS actually. He's just got a wand up right now, but at least he can do something here. And we'll see Navi maybe shift over. Does anyone have a TP? I don't think any of them have a TP at all. They just don't care. No problem. And he's going to TP out, so he'll be safe. Enigma's still farming a little bit, level 9 currently. But Navi just kind of getting ready to take their final towers. Actually, yeah, tier 2 tower bot. They just pinged a defender, at least Moscow 5 did, but surely Navi's going to take that one next.
Looks like M5 might go for the mid tower. Oh, yeah, they're going to pick Dendi off.
They do roar on top of Max as well. There's the Meteor again. That was a lot of burst damage there, picking off Dendi quite easily. He doesn't have a whole lot of HP, just an Ultimate Orb and a Wand for survivability. He's going to buy back, actually, so it looks like he wants to defend the mid lane, goes to the tier 2. Here comes the Epicenter. He's going to blink in, looking for the Burrow Strike. Veil is going to land on time, catching all 3 heroes, actually. Beastmaster drop. Admir goes invisible, but gets killed by the Edict. Gem of True Sight up on Leshrac, and they are not dealing with that anymore as the Maleficent lands on the bear, trying to catch PGG. Looking for Shackle in 2 seconds here. Going to be an easy land, probably. And there's the Ghost Scepter. Shackle does not land, but the Power Shot and the Burst Strike gets the kill.
At least the Ghost Scepter lets him out of his misery faster.
That's true. He's like, alright, let me get back to base. I need to respawn right now. But they're going to push forward, grabbing all the skills. They don't even care about the tier 2. Smile's actually going to push the bot lane a little bit, but he doesn't even need to be there. They can totally just roll up the hill, do a little bit of damage on the bear, and demolish damage come through. Even a Focus Fire on Navi, so Wind Rider, he's level 14 already. They're putting out huge damage out, but especially with the Edict, here comes. Tower's going to drop so fast and might see a 24-minute Rax here.
Yep. And the thing about this game is they got totally out-countered in the lane situation. I mean, the mid lane, I don't think Invoker should lose that hard. I think early levels, Winner has better damage and he has Power Shot, but it was just total domination. Vegas couldn't do anything all game.
Oh, great Shackle from Dendi. Catches the Beastmaster. He dies for nothing there. Venomancer as well being pursued, but I don't know if Puppy's going to get him. He does do the black hole, but his damage output actually stops. Puppy gets picked off. Might see the bear drop next as PGG is running with Ghost Scepter, actually doing some great work there. Midnight Pulse as well, and he ends up dodging the power shot, but Admir is going to drop. Then he force staffs through looking for one more last hit and gets the kill. All 5 are dead, and we see a disconnect from Invoker. I don't know if that's a PP or he just legitimately disconnected, but it totally could be PP, and there's the good game.
Rage.
Wow. So Navi taking the win, 24 minutes. They don't even wait for the second racks to happen, but Navi absolutely takes apart Moscow 5.
Yep. Total. Real domination here. I think the XP graphs was huge. They just did so well. I think that tri-lane bottom won them the game pretty badly too.
Look how many kills Moscow 5 got in the last like 15 minutes. It's just kill after kill after kill for Navi. The only hero that died, actually they didn't kill anyone. They just killed the tower. That was it. So, wow.
Yep.
That's what happens, guys, when you take an advantage and you know how to play the game really well. You don't make mistakes, and once you take that early laning advantage, you just win the game. And Navi played that absolutely perfectly. They got ganked a couple times, the Lone Druid, but that was really the only thing that put M5 anywhere near taking an advantage this game. So, super one-sided game, but well played to Navi.
Unfortunate. It's just, like I said before, M5, some games they play really well, and other games just do this. So, the problem with them is they're not really consistent. Obviously, you can say online, but I don't think there was any lag issues or anything like that in this game. They just got outlaned and outplayed. But it's Navi, so
yeah,
it's nice to know they're coming back. Navi, like last week, they didn't do so well, but
they're looking good this week. That's for sure. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys. We have another game coming up after this one. My name is Purge. If you want to see more from me, go check out GoToGamers.net or my website, PurgeGamers.com. Bulba, I know you have a Twitter. Plug it. Just go for it.
Follow me at Twitter. At EG.Bulba at Twitter, and shout out to my team that's watching right now, Evil Geniuses, and yeah, that's it.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back in just a second. Don't go anywhere.